All right, Blake Willey back on the podcast. You mentioned it before we got started. Third time on, so welcome back. Good to see you, man. How are you?
Doing good. Good to be on the podcast.
A lot has happened for you since last time we had you on. You got your first career assist. You obviously went to the UEFA Friendship Cup. There's a lot to talk about. Let's start with your first career assist. You had actually an assist in 2 consecutive weekends. Take us back to that moment. Was that a pretty big milestone for you?
Yeah, it felt really good because obviously as a midfielder, that's like my job is to try and get assists. And the first one, pretty memorable. Russ did a really good job. I put him in his spot, and he did the rest, and I was just happy to get the assist.
Yeah, get on the score sheet for the first time. You then do it a week later on an impressive sequence. So kind of, was it, once you get 2 in a row, did it feel like, oh, man, this is a little bit of a rhythm?
Yeah, but it's just all about getting the guys in their spot, like Michel, like just put him in his spot and let him do his thing. Like I'm just trying to keep the ball moving, and I happen to get the assist, but it's all about the guys who are putting the ball in the goal.
It seems like since you've come back from the Friendship Cup, you've had a lot of confidence. It seems like you've been flying high, playing really, really well. Coming back from that, we'll talk about that a little bit, but like coming back from that feeling, did you feel like you were going to be able to make a staple on the team a little bit more and kind of assert yourself a little bit more back into the play?
Yeah, going to national team is obviously a huge honor, and I think
For sure.
Doing well there gives me a lot more confidence, and then coming back to the team, I'm excited to get back with the players and get back with the guys and, try to find my way back into the team. So I think it gave me a lot of confidence going with national team for sure.
What was the how does the process work when you are potentially going to play for the national team at the U18?
Yeah, so it's every time's a little different. Some other times we flew as like a team, but yeah, you fly by yourself and you'll meet up with like one staff member.
Got it.
I forget what state we met up in, but meet up with them, and I met up with one other player, and we flew into Geneva, and pretty much every day is about the same. We just obviously the first couple of days is like getting to know the players. We do a lot of icebreaker stuff, and then every day after that is just like training in the morning, recovery, and then like some team bonding in the end.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and then obviously all the meals and the games, always very excited to play in.
Yeah.
Huge honor.
Well, I'm curious because I feel like what was it like getting the call knowing you were being asked to go to that? Like, what was that experience like for you?
Yeah, because I hadn't been in a while before that one, and me and my agent and my dad were like, thinking about it, just if I get more minutes here, maybe it could lead to that. But yeah, once Neil told me the news, I was really excited because that's a huge goal of mine is to play with the national team, and it's a huge honor to represent your country.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so you go, like, I would imagine when you go, a lot of the guys I'm sure you probably knew or somewhat knew of the guys you're going to play with, but you have to jump in with virtually a brand new team. This process always fascinates me. How long does it take to kind of get reacclimated to a complete new group of guys when you have to play and not a lot, like how long did you have to train together before your first game?
I think we had 3 days before. Yeah,
3 days.
The first 2 days were pretty much just like get used to the time change and all that, and then
Right.
we did like 1 or 2 trainings and then the first game. So,
Wow.
But a lot of the guys, they had a trip in Marbella probably like 2 months prior to this one, and most of that team, it was like pretty much almost the same team from that trip to this one. And then I was one of the new guys. I think there was like 11 returning players and 9 or 10 new guys, so it was a pretty familiar team from the last one. But yeah, it's it's always cool to like meet new guys. I did know a lot of them just from like social media, and I've met some from prior national team camps. But yeah, it's always cool to meet new guys and see new faces and get to play with new players.
Yeah, so then you're going into a kind of a group that's already a little bit cemented. You mentioned 11 returners. Like how do you try and put your like handprint on the team? Like, where do you try to fit in, or how, like, are the things you're watching and training, you just kind of go out and play your game?
I feel like with national team, you kind of got to shout and like, gain everyone's trust. Cause I feel like a lot of people maybe don't know me. I don't know some of the other players. You just got to get comfortable with them, and on and off the field, you got to get to know them personally, and you always got to get to know their tendencies on the field too.
Sure.
And then you can kind of build into the team with that.
I would imagine when you're going to something like this, there's going to be a lot of nerves, right? Just like early on as a professional, you're probably nervous early on.
Yeah.
How do you kind of flip the nerves to not let it affect your confidence level? Like, what do you do? Or do you have to do anything? Or do you feel like it just the flips switches and you're good to go?
I feel like leading up to the game, I don't really have any tendencies, but I notice like when the game starts, I just try to get a couple touches on the ball, and get into like the flow of the game quick. Like, you don't want to like have the game keep going and you're not getting involved in the game.
Yeah.
Like at least like make like a tackle or like get on the ball, make a nice pass. Like I like to do that. But going into the game, I just try to like not like overthink it. Like I'll try to think of like positive actions. Like maybe the night before I'll try to like before I go to sleep, I'll try to think of just like, you know, stuff that helps impact the game. Like I'll envision myself like doing something good and just don't overthink it, because that's when, you know, when you start overthinking, that leads to nerves.
Yeah. How does it, like, did you know going in, hey, I might be getting a lot of minutes or I might be getting very little minutes? I know you played in every game, but like did you have any expectations at all going into the Cup?
Not really. I kind of feel like with most national teams, they try to distribute the minutes evenly. So that's what I was expecting, and that's pretty much what ended up happening. I feel like everyone got about the same minutes, so it was about what I expected, yeah.
Obviously, you guys win on your first national team call-up in a couple of years. Like, I had to be just a pretty incredible feeling.
That was my first, like, I'd call it a pretty prestigious, like, award, because, you know, we're playing against top nations from around the world, so.
Who were the teams you played against?
France, Argentina, Australia, and Portugal.
Wow.
Yeah, and we were undefeated, 1-2, tied 2, but we won the shootouts in the 2 that we tied. And it's kind of crazy to think, like, you know, we're competing with the best of the best, and we won the whole thing. Like, it's crazy to think about that. So that just is a huge honor to be able to win that.
Do you know, like, did they talk about how rare or not rare it is for the U.S. to kind of win those? Yeah,
the coach mentioned it. Like, we've never had a youth team, like, go to, like, you know, foreign grounds and bring back a trophy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's just saying that because to try to make us feel better, but like, I can't really think of, like, you know, when they post those on the Instagram, I can't think of like any of those soccer accounts posting like a team winning like that, because they, you know, they keep up with all that stuff. So. And
a lot of the guys that you played with, are they all like playing in America currently, or are they playing elsewhere?
There was 2 guys who play in Germany, one for Leipzig and one for, I think it was Frankfurt. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, most of the team. I think I was the only USL player on the team, and then everyone else MLS Next Pro. Yeah, trying to build into the MLS team.
Got it. That's pretty cool, man. That's really exciting. How, you know, I'm sure your family was super proud. I'm sure that a lot of your players you play with on Republic were excited for you. Like, how was it being able to come home with that little hardware, a little extra, puff your chest a little bit after that win? How'd it feel good?
It obviously gives you a lot of confidence, and it's a feel-good moment when you get to bring home a trophy, and then you got all my teammates and family and friends, everyone congratulating you. It's a really cool feeling.
This episode is brought to you by Smud. Are you ready to join us and put down the pump? If you're ready for a clean start, contact Smud first. Smud will help you find ways to save, share the best options to charge at home or on the go, and answer any questions you have about owning an electric vehicle. For everything you need to know about buying, charging, saving, and low rates, start here. Contact Smud at smud.org/driveelectric. This episode is brought to you by UC Davis Health, where care goes beyond hospital and clinic walls to advance health and wellness, because better health takes more than health care. It's having access to healthy food, supporting communities, and believing in better. Learn more at believe.ucdavis.edu. So you go over there, right? You're playing with guys around your age, and then you come back. You're about to playing with guys a little bit older. Not everybody, but some. Like, what are the conversations different over when you played with the U18 team versus the Republic?
You mean like off the field?
Yeah, off the field.
Nah, I feel like. I mean, yeah, U18s are probably a little more immature, but I feel like it's just a lot of like.
I didn't ask that. I'm just kidding.
No, there's a lot of music, a lot of, you know, jokes, team bonding. I feel like the adults to the U18s, like, it's pretty similar. Just
pretty similar.
Trying to get to have fun off the field but you know, there is a switch when it comes to, you know, playing the games and practicing. Yeah. But yeah, I'd say it's pretty similar. Yeah.
Youngest player in club history to record 2 assists. They were on back-to-back weekends. What was it like getting one of those assists in front of the home crowd?
It was awesome because, you know, when the ball hits the back of the net, everyone's, you know, cheering. And it was such a huge goal, too, to kind of seal off the victory in that game. And it's awesome to be able to celebrate the goal in front of your home fans and then get to see your family and everyone after the game. It's a really good feeling.
So you've gotten on the score sheet a couple times with an assist. I would imagine next, we've seen you take a couple tries, is got to get one in the back of the net for yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm getting close. I've had opportunities, just haven't been able to put one away. But I think, like, with more confidence and more experience, I think eventually it'll come, and hopefully.
It seems like your confidence continues to build, which is awesome to see. Like, how do you approach that game to game? in week to week and training and games where you just kind of can you feel yourself getting more confident?
Yeah, like obviously I'm really young, but I feel like when you're young, it's like exponential growth because like every game is like a lot more experience for me since I've had so little.
Sure.
So I feel like every game I learn new things, and I've got really good teammates around me who are constantly helping me and supporting me. So it makes it easier, the process.
What you've been in the starting 11 last couple of weeks, playing really well. Obviously, not a great result this last weekend. You guys wanted to get the 3 points.
Yeah.
But overall, team's playing pretty well. We've had a lot of pretty good stretch here. Where do you feel like the team is at? I feel like as your confidence level has risen, the team has played better. What has that kind of jump for the team been like the last 4 to 5 weeks, where the team looks like they're putting it together in a lot of really key ways?
Yeah, well, we've had obviously I think last 4 games clean sheet, and I think when we know that the other team's not scoring on us, we know we're going to get something going forward because we have so much talent on the attacking end. And I think everyone has a lot of trust in each other. Like the forwards trust the back line to keep clean sheet, and the back line trusts the forwards and the midfielders to keep it moving and make stuff happen. So I think trust is a huge part of our team, and that builds confidence.
Yeah. We saw the picture of you and Roro. Do you remember that moment? And maybe we can.
You're talking about when I was like really little.
Yeah, when you were young, and it was year 1 at Republic, I think.
It might have been. I think I was like 7 or 8 years old. I don't remember which game that was. I don't remember the picture taken. I do remember. I think it was either the semis or the finals of that year that we won, 2014. I remember I think it was the final. I went to that game, but I know the real memorable one was that one against Galaxy.
Yeah.
We were down 2-0. I don't think I was at that one. I think I was at the final, but that was an awesome year. I have like some memories, but it was just so long ago.
Yeah, right. Roro probably remembers it a little bit more clearly.
I'm sure he does, yeah.
Yeah. Seeing the picture, it's actually posted, or it's up on the wall over by my desk. Yeah. It's very, very cool
to see. Cool photo,
it's a cool photo, and it's a full circle moment, I think, for really both of you guys. The fact that you now get to play alongside him is really pretty
awesome.
epic.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Is it? I mean, you've obviously played with a lot of really talented players, but playing with someone that you watched play a lot growing up, that's got to be pretty cool to see, and kind of a little bit of a dream come true. Like, how do you approach that? Is it any different from any other player? Do you kind of keep that like, oh yeah, this guy was the guy I used to watch a lot?
Yeah, everyone on the team's obviously really talented, but it is like. Yeah, it is cool because like I remember watching him and like how good he was when I was the little guy and he was on the field, and it is really cool to like play with him now because I remember he was such a good player. He still is a really good player, but yeah, it's really awesome.
Yeah, he still has passes where you're like, man, I don't know if anybody else in the league could do that. Yeah, it's awesome. Incredible. He's got such good vision, and also just a great human in general too.
Sure.
How has he been in terms of like taking you under his wing? I know he, as a captain, he has such a good leadership capabilities, and especially with you as a midfielder, like what is your relationship like kind of transformed into now midway through what you're a little more time with him?
Yeah. When I first started playing with the first team, he was obviously one of the guys who I could get to know quicker because he also used to coach when I was on the academy. He would coach me a little bit too, so I already had that connection with him, and he holds me accountable because same position, and he teaches me how I can do things better in the game, which is it's awesome. It's really helpful.
Yeah, so when he was injured, right, is that when he came and helped out? Is that when it was, or no, it was both?
Both, when he was injured, but, even when he's playing, if we're both on the field, he's still helping me and holding me accountable and making sure I'm doing the right things.
Is he still doing that, or like is he?
Yeah, for sure.
That's good. Good to know. All right, I thought it was pretty cool, and I think we have a video that's going to come out at some point. I haven't seen it yet, but about you missed your high school graduation. When you were with the U18 team, and when you got back, the team surprised you and Chibi with a graduation ceremony. What was that? Was you guys pretty surprised by that?
Yeah, because I remember, I forgot who it was, but someone took us like outside to take pictures in the parking lot. I thought that was like really weird because it's such like a weird place to take graduation photos, and then I was like, oh, okay, they're probably just taking us to distract us while they sit up inside. And then when we
man, you were onto it.
I wasn't actually. Well, I was eventually because then it became obvious. But at first I was like, oh, why are we taking pictures on the parking lot? This isn't a very scenic place. And then Andre was like, oh, come on, guys, we got to hurry. We got a meeting. And then I was like, oh, okay, they're probably, they did this on purpose.
Yeah. And, come on, Andre. We got to be slyer than that.
We walk in. It's like, perfectly set up. We got everyone in there. Yeah. And, it was really cool. And then obviously had like Eder and Dave, Katie, and Neil all say their speeches. And they had a lot of nice things to say. and then the players are super supportive. And then me and Chibi did our speeches, and then they had like the slideshow of like we had that picture with me and Ro in there.
Yeah.
A lot of guys got a kick out of that one. But
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
What, you had no preparation for your speech? You just had to go.
No,
How'd it go?
It was really short. I just kept it short. I was just
Ah.
like, thank you for, I didn't expect any of this. And it's kind of nice to be able to celebrate since I didn't get to.
Sure.
I was gone, and that was about it.
Yeah. Katie was bragging on her MC abilities to me. She was like, hey, I got it. I think I got it. I was like, let me know if you need to.
Yeah, she was the
jump
coordinator.
on.
She did a good job.
Yeah, that's great.
So well.
That's great. What was Chibi's speech like?
I feel like he kind of copied me a little bit just because I went first and we were both unprepared. I feel like
Fair.
I was
Call him out.
said
Blake.
the same thing as me, but it's okay because I probably would have done the same thing too if I went second.
Yeah. What do you do in that moment? You weren't expecting it.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot to say.
Did they tell you had to make a speech? Was like they?
Yeah. He was. I don't remember who went, but then whoever was going, they were like, and next up, or Katie was like, next up, we're gonna have Blake and Chibi do their speeches, and I was like, all right, but I don't really know what I'm gonna say, but I appreciate the gesture.
That is funny, man.
Yeah.
Choosing the right health plan for you and your family is simple with Western Health Advantage. Their plans include wellness programs that put you in the game and on the field with ways to stay fit and healthy. Check out their affordable plans that have been helping keep our community strong for over 25 years. Go online to westernhealth.com. Again, that's westernhealth.com. Sacramento County's Community Wellness Response Team is here to help if you're experiencing a behavioral health crisis. Care should feel safe. That's why we have specially trained mental health professionals partnered with peer counselors with lived experience to provide compassionate, non-law enforcement crisis support. Call 988 to connect with help today. Are you headed to the San Francisco Bay Area from Auburn or Sacramento? You can take Capitol Corridor and avoid the traffic. Whether it's a spontaneous getaway or a planned adventure, enjoy our train's scenic views, room to stretch, and a cafe car to sip and snack. Visit capitolcorridor.org. Your train, your way. All right, so, and I don't know if you've seen this around the office, but we have like kind of work anniversaries around the office. Your dad just celebrated, I noticed this, I think it was last month, just celebrated 10 years with the club. The only current academy coach has been here since day one for the academy. It's pretty awesome. I get to see your dad almost at every game, I feel like. I see him at most, not everyone, just because I maybe don't run into him. But it's got to be pretty cool for you to have, you get to wear the crest. He also wears the crest with the academy, and you played for him. There's a lot of cool stories within there. But what is that like mean to you to have him also being a part of the club?
Yeah, it just shows like I've been here a long time too. I've probably been here like 7 years going up from the academy. But like we both have so much passion for the club, and we love Sacramento, and it's cool that he coaches the academy. He coached me for a while, and then I'm playing for the team, and we've seen a lot of academy players come up through the team, and like I remember my dad would tell me that, and he'd be like, that's the goal for you is to try and break into it, and it's kind of a dream come true, and it's awesome. Yeah,
and you've been playing really, really well, man. So I'm curious too with the way the season has kind of unfolded. Guys, we've had some injuries. Guys, kind of getting back. I feel like the team is playing maybe the best it's played throughout the year. Obviously not a great result this last Saturday, but still a point, and still dominated the match. Just couldn't find the back of the net. So I do wonder, like from a team perspective, how you guys kind of balance. I feel like Neil, from everything I've heard, he's like keeps everything pretty level in terms of you don't get too high, you don't get too low. What is that in terms of, does that help you guys with the ups and downs of the seasons of like, that's, 3 points is great, but like we have more ahead, or we didn't get the result we wanted on Saturday, but we can get the result we need next weekend. Like how does that mentality affect you guys?
Yeah, I think Neil does a great job because, obviously we wanted to get the win on Saturday because they were man down. We had tons of chances to win the game. But, he always tries to take away the positives, which is a really good job from him because if he focuses on, we should have won that game, then maybe guys get their heads down. But he focuses on the positives, and then it makes guys like, oh, okay, we played better than we thought we did. We just didn't get the result. And, even if we win, he's like, he takes, we celebrate it because, it's good to celebrate the win because it's hard to win games in this league. But, as soon as we come back in Monday or Tuesday, it's like
back to work.
Focus, hard work for next weekend.
So, and your guys' training schedule different than years past with the new coach, but how is like Tuesdays and Wednesdays are like the real tough days, right?
Well, it also depends with like traveling too. Like like with home games, I feel like Sunday, Monday off, and then Tuesday for like the starters is like kind of like passing possession done, and then for the guys who didn't play as much, they do passing possession, but then more like a small sided game to get get their heart rates up a little bit. Yeah, Wednesdays are the hard days. Thursday's pretty light, and then match day -1 is like always the same routine.
Yeah. You guys back in the Jaeger Cup in the final group stage match. Very interesting position to be in. Vegas, who's in first currently, is already done, so they can't get any more points. Basically, I think I saw it. If you guys, do you know like what needs to happen for you guys to advance? Is that something you guys talk about?
Oh yeah, I think Monterey. We're kind of in Monterey and Vegas a little bit because Monterey's on 6 points right now. They're a win or a loss and 2 wins. I think if we win, we're probably good. I know it comes down to like goals for. There's like that kind of rule too.
Yeah, I think you have to win by at least. I think you have to score at least 2 goals.
Yeah, I think if we win by 2, we're almost guaranteed. I don't really know exactly.
I think it's that. I think it's also interesting because Spokane's out. Like they have basically nothing to play for. Mm-hmm. However, I was talking to Neil about this last week. I mean, they have one of the giants in the USL Championship coming to them. I would imagine. There's no way. I know they're in first in League One, but there's no way they're just not gonna put out a good team this weekend.
It's kind of like a match for pride. Like, if they can like go and beat us, it's like it looks really good for them, and their fan base will notice that. And yeah, I'm sure
newer club, it would be a big statement for sure.
Yeah, it'd be a statement win. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would imagine that they're going to come out ready to go. But you then, so then it's a little bit of not scoreboard watching, but because I think Monterey Bay plays an hour after us. Mm-hmm. But you guys just know, hey, we got to take care of business, know what we need to do, and then back to league play, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Just got to try and win by as much as we can. You know, that's all we can really do at this point.
The goals for is pretty interesting versus goal differential. We'd be in good shape if it was goal differential.
I kind of like that rule a little.
You do?
Bit. Yeah, because then it forces not forces them, but like it makes teams like try to score more. Like, and I think that's better for the game instead of teams just parking the bus.
At Oak Grove Charter School, our students chase their dreams and advance at their own pace. EGCS offers flexible schedules, small class sizes, and accelerated learning in a fully accredited learning environment. We help students balance their academic goals while pursuing their passions in club sports, performing arts, entrepreneurship, and much more. Elk Grove Charter School is now enrolling. You learn more by going to egcs.egusd.net to give us a call at 916-714-1653. Made in the Shade Tent Rentals is your #1 choice for tent rentals in Sacramento and throughout Northern California. From concerts, festivals, to corporate events, outdoor dining, to private special events, construction, manufacturing, or farming, whenever you need shade, whatever the occasion, we've got you covered. Visit madeshade.com to inquire about options. That's MADE shade.com. In the Friendship Cup, how did they do group play?
I think, well, it was top 2, I'm pretty sure. Wait. No. It was 2 groups of 4, first place from each group.
Advanced.
Yeah, we were 4 here, 4
but
here.
But what was the tiebreaker? Goals for or goal differential? Do you remember?
I don't remember because we didn't need to go there.
We didn't lose. We didn't lose. No big deal. We didn't need to worry about it.
We didn't need to get to that point. That's right.
Oh, man. All right, so you've been a professional a little while now. Has your life changed at all in terms of like, I feel like you're still a pretty humble dude.
Yeah, not a whole lot. It's just day to day. Like I feel like it's a pretty good life. You know, you train in the morning and then you got the rest of the day to chill, do whatever you want, and then travel every other weekend, and you got home games. I feel like it's a pretty good lifestyle. Yeah.
Are you planning to like do some college studying on the side?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that Bellevue program.
That's, right on.
Yeah, it's paid for by the USL.
League partner. Yeah, that's exactly. Good. It's good. I know a lot of guys have done that. Do you know what you're gonna study yet?
Not yet.
No. Soccer. That's what you're going to study.
That's
football.
Right. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Well, cool, man. Dude, it's been really fun watching you play on the field, by the way. Like, I feel like you can see just confidence continue to build, and every time it does, you see how much better you're getting and more comfortable you're getting. It's been really fun to watch. So, and you've kind of cemented yourself at least in the past, 3 weeks or so in the starting 11, which has been great. We'll see going forward. Obviously, I know Neil. Obviously, my opinion holds no weight there, just for the record. But it's been really fun to watch. We go on the road for a couple weeks, then back at home on August 9th. Kind of a big stretch of games coming up. I feel like we could always say that, but we got Jaeger Cup this weekend, then a tough road game, and then 2 home games against Monterey and Oakland.
Yeah, the Western Conference teams.
The Western Conference is going to get ramped up. So how do you guys stay mentally focused here in the next month or so and stay ready for each Saturday?
Yeah, it's like you said, like we can't get too high, but can't get too low. Like if a result doesn't go our way, we can't like dwell on that because it's just gonna. I think right now we've been doing good because we've been building off the wins and we keep playing well. But if a loss does happen, we can't You can't just think about it too much. You got to just move on to the next game because every team in this league is so close that one game isn't going to determine everything. You just have to look forward to next week.
Got it.
There's a long season still to go.
Love that. Have you been to the state fair yet?
I haven't, no.
No? Are you not a state fair guy?
Not really.
No.
It's not my thing.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you went after the game. I
like amusement parks, but
yeah?
state fair, I don't know. It's not really my thing.
Not your thing. All
Mm-hmm.
right. What amusement parks?
I like the one in Santa Cruz. I think it's called the Boardwalk.
Boardwalk,
obviously.
yeah.
Yeah, obviously I love Disneyland, but that's kind of a pretty rare. You don't get to go there very often.
Yeah.
But I'd say Boardwalk. I've gone there a couple of times.
It's a good spot.
Yeah.
And it's in Santa Cruz. Beautiful layout.
Spot, yeah.
I agree with you. Well, cool, man. Thanks for coming in. Do you have a question for me? We want to wrap up?
No, normally come
Gosh, come on, Blake. This happened last time, man. I don't think you brought a question.
I thought I did last time.
Did you last time? I can't remember.
Don't know. I don't remember. I feel like I came prepared last time because the first time you asked me,
did.
And I didn't.
Yeah.
And the second time I was like, okay, he's going to ask a question. So I think
Yeah.
I came last time, but
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've been
here. It's all good, man.
Yeah.
It's all good. Listen, I'll let it go because you won the Friendship Cup.
I appreciate it.
And because go Team USA, we need to get a big win in the World Cup next summer.
That's right.
Is that a conversation at camp? They talk about that?
No.
No. It's just
Well,
development.
No.
Building
The only
team.
national team head one that he brought up was just it's good to get the win with the youth age group because the main team hasn't been doing that well. So it's a good statement for the
Main team. Yeah, not a great Gold Cup performance.
not great. No.
I think the World Cup. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about this, so you don't have to. But
Okay.
World Cup qualifying, I feel like it's a bad thing that we don't have to actually qualify. I don't know why. I just feel like because we're hosting, we're
That's
automatic
right.
qualifying.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm not a fan of that. I
Really?
think I get why because the team for instance last time Qatar it was they probably wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
Maybe they would.
Well, isn't Mexico and Canada also guaranteed? Too?
Yes.
So that really makes it difficult then this year because now you got 3 teams.
Yeah, but I also just think for specifically U.S., the ramp up is really important for team camaraderie. You can see it on the field. You're missing those games that are.
Yeah.
I know you'll play friendlies and stuff, but I just think it's needed to
just get some games with the team.
some do or die games that are really important.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Because they don't really play many games national team.
Right.
They
That's what
rarely play
it's
games.
crazy.
Yeah.
Even the Gold Cup team was not.
It wasn't our main guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Pulisic and all them were
Yeah.
in there. Yeah. I kind of agree with that. Yeah. But it would suck if we just didn't even qualify either.
I mean, they throw it back to the Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah.
That was rough.
That was pretty rough. Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm excited. I think we're gonna. I think World Cup 2026. You think U.S. is gonna gotta make it? If we make it to the semis,
That's pushing it. I think.
Is it? Oh no.
I think it's pushing a little bit. I think quarters would be a respectable goal to try and get to, and then whatever happens from there happens. Because
then at that point you're just saying we got to make it out of the group.
well, we ran in round of 16 too. I mean,
That's true. Yeah.
group is definitely doable, and I think if you get a easier team first round.
Did we lose? Did we go? We didn't get to quarters last
I think
time.
we went out to Netherlands in round of 16 last year, but
Yeah,
that's a tough round of 16 draw.
That's why you got to win your group.
Yeah, we didn't win our group last year.
Yeah.
Last time. That's
We got to
right.
win our group.
So if we get a decently easy team round 16, I think quarters is definitely a good goal. And whatever happens from there happens from there. You could.
Yeah, for sure.
It's only 3 games. Just gotta get lucky a couple of times.
And listen, sometimes that's all it takes, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, a little U.S. men's national team talk. Gotta love it. All right, Blake Willey, man, good to see you. Congrats on all the success, and looking forward to continuing.
All right, thank you
Thanks,
for having
man.
me. Yep.
Yeah.